very much for coming and for honoring Epizo TV Kenya. Now, let me just give you this chance maybe for an introduction, because there is a lot of people who maybe are watching you for the first time. They don't know who is my guest today. So I just want you to have a little time to introduce yourself. That who am I speaking to today? Welcome.
Thank you, Epizo.
Yeah.
My name is Tom Olando. I am the Secretary General of Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association.
Yes.
And I'm a resident of Lambwe Valley in Suba North constituency. And we are here today with Daddy Epizo just to highlight and discuss a few issues, especially relating to the welfare of the people of Suba North and Kenya at large.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you again for coming. Now, I just want us to start by, you have told us that you're the General Secretary of Magistrates and Judges Association. Maybe for somebody who doesn't know the work of the association, what is the work of association, and now yourself, what is your work as the General Secretary, if maybe somebody doesn't know?
Thank you. It is Secretary General of the Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association.
Yes.
This is an association of all the judges and magistrates in Kenya.
Yeah.
It is an association that deals with the welfare of judges and magistrates, and also the association looks into the concerns and the application of the law generally in Kenya, and also the interest of members or people who approach the courts in Kenya. So, in essence, the Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association is an association of judges and magistrates. And our concern is the concern of the members and concern of the court users, those who approach the court. We are concerned with their interest and also with their cases. Thank you.
Okay, maybe just on that, I also want to know that you are the Secretary General. Do we have somebody like the chairman, treasurer, or maybe it's only just the Secretary General is the person who is overall doing everything inside there?
Thank you. The association is led by a team of elected members, and there are 6 elected members of the Executive Council. It's called the Executive Council. Apart from that, we have the National Council, which also consists of elected regional leaders. So the 6 elected National Executive Council members, we have the President, and then we have the Vice President, then we have the Secretary General, the Vice Secretary General, we have the Treasurer, and the Vice Treasurer. These are officials who are elected by judges and magistrates throughout the country. All judges and magistrates come together and they elect those who can lead them and those who can further their interests and the interests of the public. Yes.
What do somebody needs to maybe vie for a position in the organization or maybe the association? Because somebody might just come, like now me, Epizo here. Can I just come and then I vie for maybe something?
No. One, it is an association of judges and magistrates.
Yes.
One. So the essence is you have to be a judge or a magistrate. That is number one. Number two, you have to be a member of the association. By so subscribing, by paying monthly and annual subscriptions. So once you are a judge or a magistrate, you qualify to be a member, but you have to subscribe by paying monthly subscriptions. Then you qualify to vie for any positions. I've listed the 6. You qualify to vie for any of the 6 positions to lead the members. So people do their campaign, and you hold office for 2 years. So elections are done every 2 years. So you hold the office for 2 years. After 2 years, we have fresh elections. This is my second term as the Secretary General. Actually, I've done 2 years. This is my third year. I was elected last year, October, to do 2 more years. And therefore, I am here for the second and last term. You can only do 2 terms.
Just like maybe presidency.
Yes.
It's just like politics.
Yes. Yeah. So you only are allowed to do 2 terms. And if you are re-elected, you do 2 terms. That is for a particular position. If you decide, you can vie for another position. But for one position, you do 2 terms.
Always when you do elections, people do use a lot of cash on maybe on the. I don't know how we can make it. Can we bring it like bribing or giving what? Kwa lugha nyingine tunasema ile ya kutoa. Do we also have this?
No.
Or here is just all about speaking to people.
This is an association of judges and magistrates, and integrity is very important.
Yes.
So you don't need to
bribe somebody. Yeah.
What you need is to talk to people and convince the members. And again, members see what you do or what you represent throughout the years.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the time of elections, members will elect someone who has been there for them, who has been speaking for them, who has been speaking for the public, especially when it comes to the interest of the public and interest of the members.
Yes.
So you don't need to use any bribe. You just have to air your views and present your manifesto, what you plan to do and how you plan to do it. And members will look at your past actions. How have you been interacting with them?
Yes.
How have you been doing the activities of the association even when you are not elected? That will then help you get elected. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Back then, I think on your first term, immediately on your first term, you talked about something when the government was saying that the judiciary has a problem. I don't know when you maybe if you can just think about it and maybe how can it be? Sometimes you can say that the judiciary is corrupt. Is it the same thing that the government was saying back then? Because I saw you on some media houses when you are trying to defend this. Maybe.
Yes, when we took office.
Yes.
In my first term.
Yeah.
There were a lot of issues between the executive government, the executive arm of the government, and the judiciary, where the executive could not obey court orders.
Yes.
The executive kept on attacking the judiciary, and the executive went on the rampage, trying to belittle the judiciary, saying that the judiciary is corrupt.
Yeah.
And I came on the social media and also on national TV and other broadcast agencies, where I clarified the issues.
Yes.
And the issue is not that the judiciary is corrupt. The issue is that the executive then were not comfortable with some of the rulings and judgments which were coming from the court, which really were trying to correct the wrongs that they did, the executive and the legislature. The legislature, that is the MPs, the parliament and the Senate, they were making laws which were infringing on the rights of the people and which were not according to the constitution. So the judiciary or the judges came out and made rulings and judgments which quashed some of the decisions of the executive and decisions of the parliament. So this made them quite, they became quite, what do I say? They were not happy with the rulings and the judgments. And in fact, at one point, they blatantly said they're not going to obey the court orders and the court rulings.
Yeah.
So they felt that the judiciary was corrupt. That is why the judiciary was making judgments and rulings against the decisions of the parliament and the executive.
Yeah.
Which is not true. The judiciary is not corrupt. Of course, we have corruption in Kenya.
Yeah.
We cannot rule out the elements of corruption here and there. But we cannot have a blanket saying that the judiciary is corrupt. That's why they're ruling against the executive or against the government. So, in fact, if you remember very well, even the finance bill, the courts said that the finance bill was against the law.
Yeah.
And the executive were unhappy. But that was the position. The finance bill, as it was presented in parliament, was not according to the law. 2023-2024 finance bill was presented to parliament against the law. And the court made their ruling. The executive and the parliament went against it and went on. And we have the finance bill being effected even today. So we, as the judiciary, we have the interest of the public at heart, and corruption is not our portion. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm hosting Honorable Tom Olando, who is also the Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association Secretary General or General Secretary. But I think when I say it as Secretary General, it sounds a bit gooder than General Secretary. Or maybe it's all the same.
Secretary General.
It's all the same. All right. Thank you very much. Peter Kirowo is saying, happy to see you, HON Tom Olando, watching live from Nairobi. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Is Pete, not Peter.
Peter Kiro, yes.
Pete Kiro.
It's Peter
But
Kiro.
I think it's Peter.
Yeah.
So maybe we just have okay, Teacher Collins, thank you very much. He's saying he's watching us live as well. And then I also see MC from Kirinyaga is also saying that I'm with you people. Thank you very much. Okay, I see questions are coming in here. Just send your question or anything that maybe you want to say. 0740-567268, and then again 0101-055788. You can send us your SMS on maybe if you have a question or maybe there is something that you want to say, but don't call kindly. I see people are just sending their messages here, so maybe we can just at least read them on air so that maybe you can get them. Let me just read them because I see also time is moving so fast. So let me just read it here. What is somebody is asking that? What is the KMJS position on the issue of technology in justice administration, and what are the challenges in humanizing the various ICT platforms used by different stakeholders? I don't know if you're really getting it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Jane. Jane is asking that what is the KMJA position on the use of technology in justice administration, and what are the challenges in harmonizing or humanizing the various ICT platforms used by the different stakeholders? Maybe if you get the question, you can just give an answer as we proceed.
Yes. We as members of KMJA, we really appreciate the use of technology in administration of justice. Right now we have virtual courts.
Yes.
Where people don't have to come to court physically. You can be in London, in America, anywhere, in Suba North, in Nairobi, and your case is in Nairobi, you will still be heard from where you are. You just use a link and we do virtual courts.
Yes.
So that has really enhanced the administration of justice by reaching people where they are. You don't have to travel to Nairobi. If you are in Suba, you are in Murang'a, wherever you are, and you have a case in Nairobi, you don't have to travel physically to go to Nairobi. You can attend the court virtually. That is one of the ways that we are using technology. And as members of KMJA, we really support the use of technology in the administration of justice. There's this issue of AI. AI is a bit technical, and right now we have a discussion on how to incorporate AI in the decision making and the administration of justice generally. So as members of KMJA, we are keen to see that technology is incorporated in the administration of justice, and we are really supporting the use of technology in the administration of justice. So it is one thing that is very important to us, and we are really working to ensure that technology is embraced not only by the judicial officers but also by the court users. Anybody who is coming to court should appreciate that you can be in Muranga and you file a case in Suba or in Mbita court, for example, and you don't have to go to Mbita from Muranga or from Kiambu. You just do it virtually through the ICT. You just file your documents. You will be given a case number, and you file your documents online, just like that. We don't have to travel to that particular court. So we have really embraced technology, and as members of KMJ, we really support the use of technology in the administration of justice.
Another question is, how does the KMJA collaborate with the other organizations such as the Law Society of Kenya, LSK, and the Judicial Service Commission, JCS, to benefit the administration of justice and advocate for judicial staff? That is John Kirui.
Yes. For collaboration, we do collaborate, and we have what we call collaborative meetings with the members of LSK, Law Society of Kenya, where we meet the President of Law Society of Kenya and the Council of Law Society of Kenya. We have met once since we came into office, where we set out some of areas where we need to collaborate and where we need to support each other in the administration of justice. And we, in fact, as members of KMJA, we agreed with LSK, that is the Law Society of Kenya, that we form a committee of LSK and KMJA, where disputes that arise between advocates and magistrates or judges, that is between LSK members and the judicial officers, any dispute that arises is referred to that dispute resolution committee. And we have eminent persons who are elected to that committee, including senior counsels and senior judges and magistrates who are members of that committee. So we collaborate. When it comes to the welfare of judicial staff, we work with the Judicial Service Commission to ensure that laws and policies are put in place to ensure that judicial staff and judicial officers' welfare are taken care of. For example, the HR manual, the transfer policy, the human resource policies. We have policies that are supported by KMJ, and these policies are spearheaded by Judicial Service Commission for the welfare and benefit of judicial staff as well as judicial officers. So for the welfare of judicial staff, we as KMJ, we are interested in the welfare of judicial staff, and we work closely with the Judicial Service Commission to ensure that the welfare of judicial staff is taken care of.
All right. Thank you very much. I see people are really asking questions here. We'll just take your questions, so maybe just continue sending us your question on 0740. People are also calling, and I've said that kindly don't call, because if you call, you are really disturbing our network. Kindly, if you are calling, just don't call. Send your SMS. We'll just receive it, and maybe we will read it here on air, so that maybe our guest here will at least answer your question. Thank you very much. GK Woodnyamumbo is saying, watching live from Rongo Town. The talk show is late. Thank you very much. John Wakia, all the way from Sigulu Mial. Sigulu Mial, John Wakia is coming from Sigulu. There is not Mial, but he's saying that he's watching us. Thank you very much, John Wakia. I see you. Wage said, thank you very much. Then I see Steve KE saying, good job. Thank you very much. I see Tony Patrick is saying, nice to see you with Mheshimiwa on live on studio. Okay, thank you very much. I see you. Thank you very much, Pastor Samuel Nundu. Thank you a lot also for watching. I see Basil Kasuku also watching. Berian Seda, thank you very much for watching. Vincent Odede, thank you very much for watching. Josephat James Yanza, thank you. Ademba Brayo, I see you here. Nyakwarangidi, I see you. Kenny Rogers, I see you. I also see Odundo Jr. and I see Phineas Ochieng, thank you very much. Odiambo Dominic is also watching. Engineer Omondi Isaac Jawaringa is also watching. And then I see Simple Boy Denti Lee, Mildred Achieng, all the way from Mildred Achieng from Migori. Thank you, William Mutino, and Honorable Omari Woodsara is also watching us live. All right, just send your question. I see Franca Ann is also saying, watching you guys. Good job, Franca Ann. Thank you very much for watching. Nasema pia kondani kabisa. Thank you for watching us, Franca. Let me check. I'm seeing some of the messages coming in from my WhatsApp. Maybe I can just. John Omburo, thank you very much for watching. I see you, John Omburo. Thank you for watching. It's 16 minutes past 10 p.m. and today is 12th of January 2026. My guest in studio is Honorable Tom Olando. He's also the General Secretary of Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association. My name is Mr. Practical Daddy Epizo, and this is Epizo TV. The talk show live is ongoing on air. I'm speaking here one-on-one. We are talking here one-on-one with Mheshimiwa Tom Olando, who is also here. And I think tunaenda vizuri sana. We are going nicely. We are proceeding so much nicely. Let me check on the questions that are coming in. I don't want to leave aside somebody's question because it might be very bad. Okay, let me see if there is any new question. If there is not any question, then we can proceed. I can give you some of my questions as well. What are the measures? What measures is the association taking to safeguard and promote judicial independence and integrity in the face of public or potential external interference? What measures is the association taking to safeguard and promote judicial independence and integrity in the face of public? And I also, okay.
Yeah, as an association that is charged with the responsibility of taking care of the welfare of judicial officers and also the administration of justice,
yes,
we are keen to ensure that there is independence of the judiciary. And this we do by engaging the other arms of government and other stakeholders to ensure that the judiciary is respected, the court decisions are respected, and the judicial officers, judges and magistrates are left to work independently without interference from any arm of the government. We also go out to talk to members of the Law Society of Kenya to ensure that the lawyers and advocates respect the independence of the judiciary, and as officers of the court, they also assist with the protecting the independence of the judiciary. You know, judiciary is like the caretaker of the nation. If the judiciary collapses today, then the nation collapses. We won't have a standing nation without the judiciary. So the independence of the judiciary is very important, and very important to us as members of KMJA, and we are doing everything that we can to ensure that we protect the independence of the judiciary. We also engage the Judicial Service Commission, who is the employer of judges and magistrates, and who is charged with the responsibility of overseeing the judiciary. So we engage them and ensure that they work to protect the independence of the judiciary, that judges and magistrates are not victimized without any proper allegation. So we as members of KMJA, we are keen to ensure that judges and magistrates are not intimidated in any way, and they're left free to carry out their work and carry out their responsibilities without fear or favor and without any form of intimidation from any arm of the government. When we feel that there is interference, we have always come out strongly. We have gone on public press and national TV to challenge these interferences and also to clarify the issues so that members of the public are protected. When you protect the judiciary, you protect the public, because the interest of the public is protected by the judiciary. So if the judiciary is not protected, then the members of the public are not protected.
Yes.
So we as KMJA, we work closely with all stakeholders to ensure that the independence of the judiciary is protected so as to protect the interests of the public. So that members of the public, when they come to court, they know that their cases will be decided without fear or favor. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Questions are coming in. So many questions are coming in today. Okay, somebody is also asking, how is the association addressing the issue of an inadequate number of magistrates and judges serving a large population? And what is its stance on the recruitment and promotions process led by the JCS? JSC, okay, yes, JSC. Yeah. Maybe she wrote JCS, but I think it's okay, I think you understand that.
Yes. Right now we understand and we all know that we have a shortage of judges and magistrates.
Yeah.
And we are happy to report that through our efforts and through our discussions with the Judicial Service Commission and the national government, judiciary or the Judicial Service Commission has recruited 100 more magistrates.
Yes.
The 100 magistrates have been recruited, and they are supposed to be inducted anytime this month and then posted to various court sessions to help with the case backlog and to reduce the workload. Again, we have seen the judiciary advertised for the recruitment of new judges, and new judges and magistrates have been recruited. Right now, interviews are ongoing for the Court of Appeal judges.
Yes.
So we are seeing that the Judicial Service Commission is working very hard to ensure that we have adequate numbers of judges and magistrates to help handle the cases, and especially areas where we have case backlogs. So as members of Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association, we really appreciate the effort that is being put in place by the Judicial Service Commission to ensure that we have adequate numbers of judges and magistrates to handle cases. We know that still there's a shortfall. In fact, even with the additional 100 magistrates, we are not having the required numbers. But of course, we understand that this is due to the financial constraints, the budget allocation by the executive or by the legislator for the judiciary, which is curtailed or which is minimized. So we can only be able to employ a certain number of judges and magistrates.
Yes.
But as we are speaking, we have new magistrates who are coming, and in fact, by the end of this month, I'm sure they will be posted to various court sessions, and you'll be seeing an increase in the numbers of magistrates throughout Kenya, especially in courts where we have backlogs. They'll come in to help alleviate the problem of case backlogs. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. John Wakia is also having a very, very critical question here. In as much as the judiciary is independent, we have ever seen magistrates serving the interest of the government, more so on national elections. How can this be rectified? Thank you very much, John Wakia, all the way from Sigulu, asking that. Before that, let me, Silas Omondi is saying, watching live from Radio Joey FM, Kisumu. Okay, thank you very much, Jafwamba. I see you there. Daddy Justime is also watching live from Kisumu, Black. Thank you. Elijah Nyabinda saying that I'm watching live from Mial. Thank you very much. John Omboro, I'm happy with you. Your CBD. Thank you very much. Tenizo is also saying that Tenizo is watching. Thank you very much. Now back to the question. I think should I just come up again or maybe?
Okay. I still
you get it.
Get the question.
Okay.
You see. When it comes to the elections,
yes,
we have very strict laws that govern the election process.
Yes,
and I'm sure Mr. Wakia is really concerned about the presidential elections. You see, as judges and magistrates, we cannot gather evidence for anybody. When you come to court, you have to come with evidence.
Yes.
If we know very well that the elections were stolen, but we cannot go out and start gathering evidence to prove that the elections were stolen. It is you as the complainant to gather the evidence and come up with tangible evidence. So when you don't have even agents in some of the stations, you don't have evidence, how will the courts then help you? The courts will only follow the law, and the courts are courts of records. So you have to present evidence that these elections were stolen by so presenting tangible documents. You know, it's not enough just to say the elections were stolen, people were chased away, this was done. Where is the evidence? Where are the records? Have you brought in the required forms?
What shows?
What shows that so many people were registered in this constituency and so many people voted? You know, so it is not enough just to say that elections were stolen, then you come and say the judiciary is corrupt, the judiciary is not supporting the election process. No, you have to bring in evidence to enable the courts rule in your favor. If there's no evidence, it is your case that is going to fail. You see, the person you have sued has nothing to prove. It is you who has come to court who has to prove your case. So if you sue somebody and say, this person stole the elections.
How?
He can just decide to keep quiet and say, okay, I stole the elections. So
now where
can
is
you prove? So it is you who is alleging that the elections were stolen to bring in evidence, to gather enough facts which are supported by documents to prove that indeed these elections were flawed, they were stolen, the law was not followed, the procedures were not followed, and the elections are not were not done according to the law. If you don't prove that to the required standard of reasonable doubt, then your case fails. So the person you have sued has very little to prove. It is you who has brought the matter to court, who has sued, who has to prove. And this is where people fail.
No evidence, no case.
No evidence, no case.